Hello, so welcome to Golf FM, and this is the final cart bag review. No, it's not, because I've got to do the tour bag. Does that count as a cart bag? Yeah, it does count as a cart bag. To be honest, I can't wait to do the review on that. But of the normal, serious purchase cart bags, this is the final one. I've done massively lengthy reviews on the Pioneer and the DLX. I think it was nearly half an hour. Traverse was like 20 minutes just for one bag. I mean, it's obscene, the length of these reviews, but at least you're getting every last bit of information you could get. I mean, imagine you went into a shop and the salesman stopped you for half an hour talking to you about bags. Would you see that as good service, or would you just think the guy was just an absolute lunatic? So this is just about the Monsoon. This is the waterproof bag from Ping. And I might also be able to make a decision on what I think is the best bag overall out of these. Although I think it deserves a video all of its own, which hopefully would just be short, to be honest. It would just be saying, by the way, this is the best one. End of story. But anyway, this is the waterproof version of Ping's cart bag range. And they've done new colours for this year. If I'm being honest, I'm not a massive fan of this design. Sort of geometric, faded in, faded out design. It's all right. I mean, but that's beauty is in the eye of the beholder, and you might think that's the best bag you've ever seen in your life. So that's irrelevant, to be honest. Apart from that, I think it's a perfectly nice bag. Why I ordered the black and red one, I don't know, because I normally just do safe blue colours and stuff like that. For some reason, I've gone and got the red one, which will probably not sell now. Actually, it might do. It'll be all right. It's mostly black, so it'll be fine. Right, so let's see have we got the top trumps thing on the side, by the way. If you've seen any of my other reviews, you've got a little top trumps card here, which gives you can play a little game against all the other Ping bags, where it says weight 6.5 pounds, 2.9 kilograms, pockets 9, pocket volume 29 litres. If you put that up against the likes of the Pioneer, this Pioneer will make mincemeat of that card. Maybe not on weight, it won't. Yeah, 8 pounds to 6.5 pounds, 3.6 kilograms to 2.9, 16 pockets for the Pioneer, 35 litres to 29 litres. So I'm not so sure that'd be a great card, because it's kind of a bit in the middle. The Traverse has got it on weight. The Traverse is 2.7 kilograms, so that's actually slightly lighter. But it's not waterproof. It's funny though, because the fact that this is waterproof, all of the other bags in the range might be completely irrelevant to you, because you're looking for a waterproof bag and you're putting it up against other brands of waterproof bags. So I'll try and bring you a review like that in the future. So, am I ever going to get started here? What I should say is £209, found this on the internet. I was thinking it was 259, but then somebody's got it at 209, so they've ruined that for a start. But there it is, you can get it for 209. The Pioneer is 209, the DLX is 269, and the Traverse is 189, roughly. A little bit of difference between the price, but I actually think that's reasonable for a waterproof bag. 209 for a Ping waterproof bag, I think that's really good. So the price should not stop you. That's the first thing. It should actually encourage you, if anything. So if we look at the top, it's got the obligatory Ping get yourself disqualified top with 15 holes. Yeah, those two have got 15 holes. That one doesn't, that's got 14. I once said this in a test, that it's got 15 holes and you get yourself disqualified, ha ha ha, very funny. And then somebody put, yes, I think you'll find that the 15th hole is for alignment sticks, Fraser. Well, how do you explain this then? The Pioneer's got a 15-way get yourself disqualified top, and it's got special bits on both sides for alignment sticks. So 15 clubs ahoy. So yeah, just remember not to put 15 clubs in it, but you do have space to do that if you want. I don't know why they did just make one of the pockets a oneer, so it could have it big. I don't know, maybe, I mean, they can fit it, so they fitted it. They've thought, stuff it, we're doing it. Right, dividers. What do they do on this? Hang on. Use this get your swing faster tool, which is all it's used for now, is seeing how dividers work on bags. That's all enclosed. Oh, lovely, lovely Ping, well done, well done. Everything's fully enclosed and you can't touch another club whether you like it or not. Nice handles on the top for picking it up, putting it onto a cart. Be that way, wouldn't it? but it's also got a little hook down here if you put it into the boot of your car, and big putter well at the front. Sorry, that was part of the top, missed that out. That's a very good design. It's a good top, even though it's got, weirdly, it's got 15 spaces. It is a good top. I've got no quarrel with the top, and the material is the same as it is on the Pioneer and the DLX, which is a little bit more hard-wearing feeling than it is on the Traverse. But again, if you're getting a waterproof bag, those are irrelevant to you. So let's always do the outside bits first and then pockets, right? But I'm going to save a special thing for later, right? So watch till the end, or fast forward massively to the end, for something that is on the exterior, but is a special surprise. So little towel tag, bag tag thing on both sides, that's good. With essential, can't live without it, glove, Velcro, just on one side, so only one glove. So if you're Tommy 2 gloves, look elsewhere for a bag, because there's only one Velcro bit on the side there. Little umbrella holder thing, let's see how that works. I for once remembered to bring an umbrella into the actual room that I'm doing the test in and not have to walk outside. Right, so that goes through there, down there, and then there's a little bit at the bottom, quite a substantial thing at the bottom. That's different to all the other ping bits. So that's perfectly good. That went in dead easy. Said before in another test, the DLX is a wee bit tight with its umbrella holder. That's maybe one of the few downsides of that, but that looks perfectly well. Congratulations, ping, on that. Any other wee bits and pieces? The straps, just as you would expect at the back. Don't use it for much. Little handle there if you need to use that as well. Right, so other things on the exterior, you've got a cart strap pass-through or trolley pass-through thing, and it does not interfere with the pockets, as it does not interfere with the pockets on any of the bags. Although I said it did on my half-hour long in-depth test, I managed to miss the fact that there was a little space in here. Couldn't see it on the, I think it was Pioneer, couldn't see it. So that goes through there, round there, and hooks onto the bag. So that works really well, and it doesn't, importantly, cut off the blood supply to your hand while you're doing it. It's not so tight that humans can't actually achieve it. Onto the pockets. Front pocket, good, solid, strong zip. Feels like it's going to last really well, and this can be a weak point on waterproof bags. You only ever get one zip pretty much on waterproof pockets, because it would compromise the seal if you had two coming together, because where it joined there would be a weak point, and water always finds a way. So this way you're minimizing the weak point at the side there. That zip's good. This pocket is deep and perfectly acceptable. It's not all bells and whistles on a waterproof bag, because you are having to seam seal behind everything that you're doing. So you're having to put tape behind every last stitch that goes in there with a sewing machine. Has to be shored up at the back. So you can't just go willy-nilly putting in pockets everywhere. That's why these bags never have as many pockets as the likes of a Pioneer. The Pioneer section up here, as I've said before, is the greatest section I've ever seen on a golf bag. And maybe there's other ones out there that I haven't seen that are better, but that is just a bag of delights, and you need to see it for yourself. So you need to watch that half-hour video to actually witness that in real life. So on the front here, a little card, sort of pocket, then a little vent for water to run out. So that's good, perfectly happy with that. Then down here, front main pocket, deep, not insulated, and you couldn't get a roast chicken in it anyway because the opening's not big enough. So forget any thoughts about insulating anything, keeping stuff cold, keeping stuff hot. This is not the bag for you. I don't think there's any insulation on this bag whatsoever. It's a good pocket, but entry's a tiny bit tight for hot food and meats and stuff like that. But you get anything else normal in there. And then this pocket at the front is not actually waterproof. It's back to a normal zip, and it actually says in there, which I always find quite funny, this is not a waterproof pocket, because they don't want people putting all their special computer devices and phones in there and then finding that the whole thing's a wreck because actually it's not waterproof. It is still a pocket, and it's useful for something, but I think they come off as well, so you can get that embroidered with the club crest. I think it's partly why they put a lot of these pockets on the front like that, so you can embroider them. A little net at the side for a bottle, and nothing on that side. It's a bit sparse at the front for pockets. You've basically got 1, 2. I'm kind of finished after that, because this is a card space, and then that's not a proper waterproof pocket. So of waterproof pockets on the front, you've got 2. It's not a lot, is it? I mean, look at that. There's actually 3 bits there, another one there, and another 2 down there. So you've got about 6 on the front of the Pioneer, and you've got 2 on that. So you've got to make the decision whether that's enough for you for sorting everything out. But there are other bits on the bag as well, which I haven't come to yet. So maybe it's fine. So if we go and look at the outer smaller pocket on the side, in here is perfectly good. It's quite big, it's easy to get into, the zip works absolutely fine, it's solid. This one, is it the same on this side? I'll just check. There's no luxury in there, there's no furry valuables pocket in there, it's just normal material. If you're looking for a luxury experience, look elsewhere. Then the big main pocket, you've got this in it, this key thing, which I've never used for anything in my life, and I will never use it, but some people might. It's just hanging there. There's no extra pockets in there. It's a little bit tight, I'm being honest, in terms of like how that balloons out. It feels a bit resistant to your hand. You'll get a lot of stuff in there, but it almost feels like you're fighting it a little bit. I prefer waterproof bags where there's a little bit more give when you put it in the pocket. That is one thing with waterproof bags that you've got to watch, is if you're a bit ham-fisted with the zips, you can break them. If you're a bit ham-fisted with ramming stuff in, you can rip them. So you've got to be careful. That does feel big, but as I say, entry is a little bit tight. Very good zip, nevertheless. And is this the same? It's the wrong one. Yeah, still got that slightly tight entry feeling. You could improve on that, Ping. You could slightly improve on that. I mean, you're going to get everything in. Big once you're in. It's big at the back, but this entry is compromised very, very slightly. I mean, it's not a deal breaker, I don't think. So don't get too panicky and don't get too worried. Oh, I thought I was going to get this and now I can't get in the pocket and I don't know what to do. You don't need to worry. You don't need to stress. You will still be able to use this for what you need it for, waterproofs and jumpers and whatever. It will be fine. You just can't. You're just going to have to just take your time and just not ram it in at 100 miles an hour. Oh, I missed this on the outside. 1 pen holder. Now that is getting a wee bit more sensible. If you look on the Traverse, I'm going to have to bring the flipping paintbrushes in and pens and pencils again, am I, to get the joke in about the fact that there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 pen and pencil holders and you can do colouring in with it. If you watch the Traverse bag review, there's a hilarious bit about that in it. That's overkill. That's silly that that's got as many pens and pencil holders, when actually they do fit in a pocket, pencils. You don't have to have a designated spot for them. It's no harm having a designated spot for it, but you don't need to have 6. This has got 1, and that is more than enough. You could put a Sharpie in there and you put the pencil somewhere else if you've got both of those things. But half the time now you're putting scores in on a phone anyway, so you're not even using a pencil. Right, so where are we? Done all the pockets, yeah, and I think we're on to the big surprise now. The bit I've been waiting for, at the back. And the first time I got one of these bags, I didn't even see this was here. Little Velcro bits. And the pockets, both open like magnificent pairs of eagle's wings, you know, and then now you can have the thing flying through the air like a magnificent flying machine. So you can get a wee game with it. You can play with your kids with it and chase them around the house with the flying bag if you want before you put stuff in it. But the reason for that there is shoe holders, believe it or not. Shoe holders, yes, you heard it right. And the DLX has got that. We deployable ones come out. That's an impressive sight. But this is just Velcro straps. Now that one's got the rain hood in it, so I'll come to that next. So that's compromising shoe storage slightly. But you could still use it for shoes, or you could use it for anything. Use it for what you like. It doesn't actually say shoes, so it's not defining what you have to put in there. So it is just extra storage. Nice little hidden extra storage if you want to put something in there you don't want someone to see. Less chance they're going to see it. But then this has the hood permanently attached into there. Now the Pioneer has that, has its own little pocket for that, which is really good. This is good, but it is compromising your shoe storage. You can just about use it for both. Let's see. You know, a lot of the time if you're leaving it lying about, gone up for a pint, gone up for a drink, you might have this over the top anyway, hiding all your precious clubs from view, and then you would have room for your shoes, and you'd be in bare feet up in the pub. Nah, you brought other shoes. Let's have a look, see if this goes on nicely. It's always good to see if the hood works well, right? So I like that it's permanently attached in there. That's a great idea. The Hoofer does it, the Pioneer does it, the DLX doesn't, and the Traverse doesn't. This hood actually feels reasonably good to me already. So what have we got here? What way are we going? Let's go this way and see if it's right. That's the way I would have instinctively put it, with the zips kind of at the back. Yes, here we go, got it right. Velcro under the handles, and have we got poppers going on here? Yeah, poppers at the side. I like poppers. And that just obviously slides over the top of that. Yes, I'm happy with that. That's absolutely fine. There's a little bit like that could ride up at the front. See what I mean there? I would have maybe liked another popper there, if I'm being brutally honest. And then this is feeling perfectly good as well. Yeah, nice. It's got a nice perfect waterproof feel to it. Fairly substantial hood. Pretty easy to go on. And I think will keep your clubs pretty dry for the most part. How easy does it go back in there? The Pioneer one you have to fold up fairly small. You can't just do it any old way. It's not that bad, but that one will just go in however you want to do it. And then you can actually still ram a shoe onto the back of that. But I do like this wee secret compartment shoe storage. I think it's a nice addition. There's not many waterproof bags I've ever seen that have that. So what do I think then? It is a very good bag. There are some downsides, and the two main things are that there are only really two front pockets to speak of, waterproof ones anyway. And the entry into your big storage compartments is slightly tighter than I would love it to be, but it's still not terrible. It's just a little bit tighter than I would like it. It's light because all waterproof bags are light. It feels good quality. The zips are good quality. There's plenty of storage space overall. It's just not loads of different places to put all your different things like there are in some bags. So as a bag in the Ping range, how would I rate it? Because I've done them all now. If you don't count the tour bag, because that's just a different animal altogether, and we'll get to that, don't worry. How would I rate them? And even taking into account that it's waterproof, because that is a big bonus, and that will be a deal breaker for some people. They will just have to have a waterproof bag. So my ranking, and this is just me, right? You can disagree with this till the cows come home if you want. That's number one, the Pioneer. And I'm not going into great detail because this is not a review on the Pioneer. And I can't believe I'm saying that, because it wasn't very long ago that I was doing about my third year's review of Ping bags, and I still had the original Pioneer from the first test that I'd done 3 years previous. I hadn't actually managed to sell it. It was a bit of a nothing in-between bag that nobody knew really what it was. It was a bit more expensive, didn't have as many features as the DLX, and cost more than the Traverse, but didn't seem to be doing a lot more than it. Now it's packed with features, really nice details, really nice features. As I say, watch the review and you'll see. You'd be impressed with the Pioneer as well. It's not waterproof, but there's so much going for it. I love the thought and detail that's gone into that. Really impressed with it. Then I would say you've got to give it to Monsoon probably after that. And that's where some people will get annoyed with me, because they might be DLX type people. This is heavier, it's not fully waterproof. There's a couple of things on it which bug me that are not 100% as good as they should be, but it's still a good bag. I actually think the 2024 version was fractionally better than this. The one with the massive Ping on the side. It's just the way the pockets were and everything else, and the umbrella strap, it was just a little bit better, I thought, personally, but I may be wrong. And then Traverse at the end. Perfectly good, but just doesn't have quite as many features. Very, very light. If you're struggling in terms of muscle strength, this is the one to go for. But not as waterproof as any of the others. Least waterproof probably of the lot. And as I say, just missing a 2 or 3 little things, nice touches that the Pioneer does have. I think I can sleep at night going with that lineup. 1, 2, 3, 4. I quite proud of myself for picking the Pioneer. It's got a brave one, that. I'll stand by it. Stand by it, because it's got a lot of nice stuff on it, and you need to check it out if you're interested in bags. So there it is. That's the Monsoon done, and a little bit of a rundown on what I think the best cart bags in Ping's range are in order. And that'll do you, I think. Probably another incredibly long review, but hopefully helpful. And if you've got any questions, put them in the comments and I'll get back to you. And once again, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.